Hey everyone, my name is Sean Arnold and welcome to the build for my Tyrant Ignite deck that I used in episode 105 of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist online ranked series. I'm going to break down the deck, but I'm also going to talk about how it works and a bit of the strategy as well. So, first of all, the aim of the deck is to stun your opponent with a variety of cards. We have two main cards here, Heat Wave and Tyrant Throws. Heat Wave is a normal spell card which can only be activated at the start of main phase 1. When activated, it prevents both players from neither player can normal or special summon an effect monster until your next draw phase. It's a really good stun card, and to pair off with it, I've also got Tyrant Throws. This is activated by attributing two normal monsters except tokens. Neither player can normal or special summon effect monsters. Very similar in effect, and they stun your opponent, and if you can get these off quite early, you can pretty much shut down your opponent's plays. Plus, given the fact that these are all pendulum monsters that are all normal monsters, you can swarm the field quite easily. However, this deck doesn't completely rely on these soft locks. It also does have an extra deck in order to deal with opponents' different threats if you don't get these off earlier on. So let's go into the main deck and the build here. We have 3 copies of Archfiend Eccentric. This is important to have because Archfiend Eccentric is very versatile. While she's an effect monster, she is also a pendulum monster, and if you already have your soft lock down, you can still use her to destroy spell or trap cards. Archfiend Eccentric's main effect is you contribute this card and you can target one monster in the field and destroy it. So ideally with this effect, what you might want to do is play her as a pendulum monster, then use her to destroy a spell or trap card, send her to your extra deck once but you've done that, and then resummon her again through a pendulum summon to destroy a monster on the field. Really great effect. Plus she is also a level 3 and a 7 scale monster, which works nicely with all the ignites and their engine. Speaking of the ignites, let's talk about the monsters we have. We are focusing on level 4, level 5 and level 6 ignites. The level 4 monsters are 3 copies of Paladin, which are your 2 scales, and 3 copies of Templar, which are your 7 scales. For those who are new to the ignites, all ignites have the same effect, or the same pendulum effect, and that is that if you have an ignite card in your other pendulum zone, you can destroy both this card and that card, and add 1 fire warrior type monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So you can use this to search out another monster, and then you can keep on doing that again and again until you run out of momentum and you can't search out anymore. Ideally, you want to make sure that you keep 1 pair of scales in your hand unless you're going to go for game, and that way you can keep on playing until you basically filled up your extra deck with tons of monsters. The monsters that you do tribute or destroy by these effects go into your extra deck and not the graveyard, and that's why this works out so well. So we have full set of the level 4s, a full set of the level 5s, and a full set of the level 6s, and our extra deck reflects that. We have rank 4, rank 5 and rank 6 monsters, but we'll get into those in a minute. To help out also, we have Rescue Hamster. Rescue Hamster, like Archfiend Eccentric, is an effect monster, but that can also be played as a pendulum monster to help out with our searches for the deck. Its pendulum effect is that you can banish this card from your pendulum zone and add 2 face-up pendulum monsters with the same name from your extra deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Rescue Hamster once per duel. It's a good +1. You banish this card and you get 2 cards, and you can then use them to either send them back to the extra deck again and then search, or you can hopefully combine them with another scale in your hand and go for a pendulum summon. Its main effect is that during the turn this was normal summoned, if you have a face-up level 5 or lower pendulum monster in your extra deck, you contribute this card, choose 1 face-up level 5 or lower pendulum monster card in your extra deck, and special summon 2 monsters from your deck with the same name as this card. What's also good about Rescue Hamster is that it is a level 4, so it can be combined with our level 4 normal monsters to go into our rank 4 play. That does it for the monsters, but for the spells and traps, we have 13 spells and 4 traps. What I try to do with all my Ignite decks is I try to put in as many cards as possible which can be used on turn 1. Now, this deck does run into a few clashes with that. Dark Hole, Raigeki, and the trap cards can't be used on turn 1, but Heat Wave can be used on turn 1, but if you draw multiple copies, you can't use it, and you really don't want it to run into too many cards earlier on. So we have 1 copy of Dark Hole and 1 copy of Raigeki. This is just because if you get into a situation where you have soft locked your opponent, but yet they have a monster that's bigger than your monsters on the field, you do need some form of removal to get rid of them, which is why I have those available options. Then we have 3 copies of Heat Wave, which we spoke about earlier. And for searching out your monsters, we have 2 copies of Painful Decision and 1 copy of Rota. Painful Decision allows you to search out your level 4 or lower normal monsters. Although we're not using the level 3 ignites here, we are just focusing on the level 4 ones. This plus your Rota allows you to search out your scales very quickly, along with 3 copies of Summoner's Art, which lets you search out your 5s and your 6es out quite quickly as well. Also, just as a bit of recursion, because we are running Painful Decision and XE monsters, we do have Soul Charge to bring back monsters from the graveyard, as that's where they will be going if you use those effects or that type of summon. And to round this out, we also have 1 copy of Upstart Goblin, and that's it for the spells. To wrap this up, we have 3 copies of Tyrant Throws, because you want to draw into those ASAP to get your soft lock going, and 1 copy of Vanity's Emptiness, because Vanity's Emptiness kind of does the same job, but on its own, just for all special summons. Now, you may have seen in the duel there that I did run other variants of different cards in the deck, but this is the one I kind of settled on, and stuff like Royal Magical Library I've saved for other decks. For our extra deck, I've decided to just split it by 3, have 5 level rank 4 monsters, 5 rank 5 monsters, and 5 rank 6 monsters. Well, 4 really, plus Gaia. But if you want to modify this, please do. I don't think this list is perfect by any means, and I'm sure there's a rank 4 monster or a rank whatever monster that someone will think would be better in this deck other than what I have. But what I did go for is Abyss Dweller, Castell, Daigusto Emerald, Diamond Direwolf, and Magiceptor Paladin, the Ascended Draco Slayer. I went for these cards because Dweller does with Graveyard, Castell bounces from the field, as well as Diamond Dire destroys from the field, any target really on the field. And Gusto Emerald allows us to recycle monsters from the graveyard and special summon from the graveyard. And then Magiceptor Paladin, mainly we use it just to add a pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. Sometimes you can get those first turns when you only have maybe 2 pendulum monsters in your hand, and you really need to get another one ASAP. And therefore, if you can make it this monster, you can search out any scale, and that includes Archery Eccentric and Rescue Hamster. For the Vise, we have Andreas, because it can destroy any face-up card on the field. We have Artifact Durandal for your first turn play, because it can change the effect of a normal spell or trap card, or effect that's activated on the field. And it can shuffle cards from your hand. We have Volcasaurus for the burn damage, Shark Fortress for double attack, and Tyrus for attacking with slight immunity to effects, and also can destroy cards on the field. For the 6s, we have Consider Ptolemy M7 to recover cards or bounce cards from the field and the graveyard. Hazy Flame Basiltrish, really good card that can banish any monster that's on the field or in the graveyard that your opponent controls. Utopia Beyond to reduce all monsters attack to 0 and that your opponent controls. This really helps for going for game. Fulton Strike Bouncer, who can activate in either player's turn, a good first turn card that can negate the effect of a monster in either player's turn. And then Gaia Charger or Thundercat Charger to overlay into a monster that spent its effects. So that's the deck build for this one. This is the first of many different deck builds I'm going to be using for the Ignites. So hopefully you'll tune in tomorrow and check out what we're doing again. And if you have any questions or need any advice on this deck, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to share some advice with you. Thank you for watching this video, and take care.